Now, welcome to Transfer Business and News with Ordained Crown Prince of Ghana, Nana Poku-Hitzfield. It's a lovely Wednesday morning. Today, 17th of May, 2023. Our year of power, our year of abundance, and our year of grace, man. So, welcome to Transfer Business and News. And today, Viva Ganacho is still ringing in my head. Viva Ganacho. Viva Ganacho, running down their wings, hear United sing, Viva Ganacho. Now this is the song I woke up to, man. I've been singing it this morning and I can't stop singing it because Alejandro Garnacho is back and he came back with a bang against Wolves, scoring in the late hours of the game, man, to seal a 2-0 victory for Manchester United. Now, when I look at Garnacho coming back and all the good things that have happened in his life, I see a Garnacho ending this season with more goals and assists and better performances, man. So, welcome back, Alejandro Garnacho. Much love to Alejandro Garnacho. Now, today, I'll be talking about the Manchester United takeover. And we are in May and still Manchester United haven't been sold, man. Now, the race is between Sheikh Jassim Al Thani and Sir Jim Ratcliffe, right? Sheikh Jassim Al Thani. Now, I have made my stance clear since day one with who I prefer to be the owners of Manchester United. Because this Manchester United team, the club needs rebranding. The club needs to be back, getting the stadium like what Santiago Bernabeu has become. Look at Real Madrid's new stadium. And I'm like, this is the stadium Manchester United fans deserve, right? So we are looking at owners who are ambitious, who are proactive in the transfer market to build as a team that is capable of competing in the Premier League title in May. You know, when you are still in the title race in May, it means we need Manchester United back competing for titles. Although we've won our first trophy in over 6 years in the Carabao Cup, Manchester United is known for winning the Premier League trophy. And the statistics tell you that. We've won the Premier League more than any other team in England. Liverpool has 19, but they don't have 20, right? Arsenal has 14. Aston Villa has 7. Yes. Everton has 9. So, the Premier League title belongs to Manchester United. And season in, season out, I wake up or I look forward to a new season with optimism, thinking this season we need to win it. Now, when the standards drop, that is where the club sinks. And I don't want Manchester United standards to drop. The standard was dropping. That is why this summer we need another clear out. Anthony Martial, thank you for your service. Fred, Donny van de Beek, Harry Maguire. We need more ambitious owners who will be smart in the market, proactive, a project under our manager Erik ten Hag. Because Erik ten Hag is perfect for Manchester United and what we want to build. We want to build a place full of discipline, a place full of winning mentality. Look at what Man City is doing. Are we not even jealous? You know, we are jealous a bit because they are on their road to win a treble. Less than 6 matches and Man City can match our immortality that as the treble winners. Match it. So, we look at what Erling Haaland is doing and we look at our own striking department and look at what we have, man. So, it is what it is. Now, as I said, the reason Mike Keegan reported that Sheikh Jassim put in an 11th hour bid that would top up the bid he put in earlier on, right? But then when you think about it, it is still in short of what Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos have offered the Glazers. And Jim Ratcliffe gave, or in the clause has said that he is willing to give the Glazers shares so that in 2 or 3 years' time, he will buy them out. But what Manchester United fans need is not to see the Glazers anywhere around the club anymore. And Jim Ratcliffe, I don't understand. That is why he has lost most fans. Because the fact that you go do a deal with the same people we want them gone makes us feel like, are you and birds of the same feathers, you know? Sheikh Jassim has a clear vision of how to rebuild, putting over 1 billion into the community in Manchester. Listen, more investment into the community. Look at what Manchester City has done to parts of Manchester. So imagine United following suit. It will be in the benefit of people living in Manchester, right? But then Sir Jim Ratcliffe, he wants to put the Manchester into the Manchester United. But then Sheikh Jassim has something different, a big vision, rebuilding our home, whether renovating Old Trafford or demolishing it and building a new one. We need something as Manchester United fans. And we need a board that is proactive in the market, following a plan under a coach who is elite as Erik ten Hag. So, who are you choosing to be? Who do you want to be the owners, the next owners of Manchester United? And for me, I've made my stance clear, because under Sheikh Jassim, the influence of Manchester United, I want it in Africa so much that I want to organize so many things for Manchester United fans in Africa. So we meet annually, so that we have seminars, so that we have shows where we can invite Manchester United artists around the world to come play in our shows. You know, help have a foundation. So many good things that I'm planning to do with Africa, to do for Africa as an ambassador for Manchester United. Right? So under Sheikh Jassim, I want it bigger. My vision is big. We are uniting our continent, Africa. So I'm a man of vision. I'm a man of dreams, and I want something bigger. Now, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, so many people, the argument that many people are making is Qatar and human rights. And I'm like, do you people believe that UK has no human rights issues? I keep telling people the Premier League is the biggest sports watching event in the world. So don't come blaming Qatar for buying Manchester United and say, oh, it's sports watching. As a matter of fact, so many grocery stores and malls that you visit around the world are Qatari-based owners, right? So what are you talking about, right? And the UK is no angel as well. Look at what they've done to Africa. Look at what they keep taking from our land. And yet, you see somebody talking about Qatar and human rights issues. I'm like, wait, do you know your history? The idea of Great Britain doesn't come from medicine, doesn't come from football, of course, because how many World Cups do they have? Doesn't come from things that are relevant to societies, but it comes with memories of slavery, colonization. Now, last week, Friday, I wrote a letter to the King of England. You can check it out on my page, on Reunited Live and on TikTok. A red letter to the King of England, King Charles III. I made him know a few things. Unfortunately, when I do the live, it is okay, but then when I am trying to retrieve the video, it is broken. TikTok, you need to do something about it, right? Because I need my videos. Time is currency for me. I don't have time. I'm uniting my continent. So I don't have time. When I have time on TikTok, that is the only time I can give for TikTok. I have businesses to run. I have things to think. I have Chinese to learn, right? Okay. So that is what I think about the ownership and takeover at Manchester United. It is about time Manchester United think bigger and the Glazers can go with dignity, because the reason why Sheikh Jassim is not matching Jim Ratcliffe's bid at the moment is because of the things he will do for Manchester United. Building a new stadium, facilities, men and women's team, youth teams, training facilities, the Carrington, changing everything, Old Trafford, the community investing £1 billion into the community. So you bought a club on loan, and that debt is still on Manchester United. Your father actually bought the club, not you guys though. But Joel and Avram Glazer, it is about time that you give the club to somebody who has a better vision and not another you. Because what Manchester United have become, we are behind Chelsea now in terms of facilities and other equipment. Cristiano Ronaldo spoke about the fact that the same equipment at the gym that he was using when he was at Manchester United, he left to Real Madrid, spent probably like 9 glorious seasons. Was it 9? A long time at Real Madrid, right? Winning the Ballon d'Or, winning the Champions League so many times. With Real Madrid, he's gone to Juve, 3 years in Juve, and came back and saw the same facilities. What do you want the most biggest brand in the world to think? So Cristiano Ronaldo was right on that front. That is why we need new owners, better owners, owners that can match the ambition of the fans. Manchester United in Africa is big, and I want to make it bigger. I want it to be much fun. That is why we are bringing so many shows like the Reunited Shock Prize show, where initially I said 3 lucky fans across Africa. No, I want to make it 9 now. 9 lucky fans across Africa, and all expense paid trip to the UK to watch Manchester United live. We will see whether we can do so many seminars, anything that will make our journey a memorable one. And I want to be doing it every year, year in, year out. So I've been saving for that. And I hope that you guys help me by liking and subscribing to my channel. Like my everything that you see. If you see this stupid phrase anywhere, remember you've once met the Ordained Crown Prince of Ghana. And people ask me why I do content. I'm like, that is why I can get to the youth of Ghana, man. In 2024, nobody is going to vote. Who is going to vote? The youth of our continent. We want this continent united. And do you think anybody is going to pose? No. In Ghana, for instance, most people they keep telling me they are not going to vote. NDC and MPP, what they do is literally divide us as Ghanaians. That is what democracy does. But then we are going to unite our country, Ghana, the same way we are uniting the rest of Africa, all 54 countries, from Algiers in Algeria to Pretoria in South Africa, from Senegal, Dakar to the Horn, Eritrea. We are uniting this continent. Then we use our resources for our benefits. Building industrialization, big industrialization. That is what we are starting. We are starting the Pan-African system, a system that was started by our great-grandfathers. But so far as there has been a black man, there has always been a concept similar to Pan-Africanism. And that is what W.E.B. Du Bois preached. That is what Marcus Garvey preached, Malcolm X, Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, Muhammad Gaddafi. And that is the system we are going to incorporate in Africa under one army, under one currency, using our resources for our benefits, building the place for tourism, our ports, building canals so that there won't be flooding anymore. We know how to do it. We have the technical know-how. Maybe you, our fathers, I'm talking about the people in charge now, you probably didn't have the knowledge. Just believe your own children that the school that you sent us away to the Australians, to the Americans, whatever we've learned, that is the good things are what we want to implement on this continent. So when we tell you that so many things you believe in was a lie, it is because we've gone and like Israel, for instance. There is a video on TikTok, you can check it out, where the guy was randomly asking people in Israel whether they know Jesus. And people were like, no, he was just a prophet and he's not called Jesus. He's called Yeshua HaMashiach. And he never said he was the Son of God. So where from the Jesus concept? Do you understand? So when you see videos like that and you have friends from that country who tell you things, it is like you telling me Okonfanoche, and then any Ghanaian will be like, I've never heard of Okonfanoche before. That is similar, right? If he was ever present there, it is like, my name is Poku-Hitzfield, right? Imagine, as my dream is big, we unite Africa, we do everything, Africa's unity, and everything is up there. And then, 100 years later, they take my name to somewhere in Brazil and call me Jamie Clark. And people are worshiping Jamie Clark. Is it the same person? If the person, the person that was, the great man that was born in Nazareth, whose mother was Mary, blah, blah, Joseph, is called Yeshua HaMashiach, why then do we have a different name for him? It's like we are called Olusegun Obasanjo. Let's say former Nigeria president. Olusegun, is it Olusegun? Olusegun Obasanjo, let's say Obasanjo. Then all of a sudden they take it, the concept of Obasanjo is taken to somewhere in Wales and he's called Michael Dean. And people are now worshiping Michael Dean thinking it was Obasanjo. Why can't you call him his real name? Why are Christians not calling Jesus the name that he was given, the name he was known for? So when you ask people, why is Joshua, how did Joshua become Jesus? They are like, no. And the Christ means the anointed. So where from the Jesus? Who is Jesus? Are you worshiping the same person you think you are worshiping? So when we see these things and we tell our mothers and our fathers, they will rather believe the white man than we, the same children they sent out there to go learn, and we've learned whatever the white man has learned. As a matter of fact, we've discovered that we had the knowledge. We are the beginners of creation. Professor Leakey, the famous anthropologist, discovered when he was looking for the origins of humans, he's from Europe, he came to Africa, found the oldest human to ever live, realized he was African. They found a woman some time back. So famous anthropologists, which were Europeans, know that the origin of humanity is the black race. That is why I said it last time, that two white people can never give birth to a black child. But then come in Africa, two black people, dark as night, can give birth to a white baby with blue eyes. That is how come white people came about. So when we talk about, that is why every race in this world, when they check their DNA, there is a big amount of Africa in them. Let us unite our continent. Let us unite this world. The concept you've put in people's head, let us change all. My name is Poku-Hitzfield. It's been a pleasure having you on Uncensored, on Transfer Business and News, man. Normally, I don't want to talk about these political stuff on Transfer Business and News, but then the Ordained Crown Prince of Ghana in me, when he wants to talk, I'm just a vessel of it. I'm just a vessel of it. Now, let me talk about Mason Greenwood. That is the topic right there. Mason Greenwood. Now, Poku-Hitzfield, I've never hit any woman I've ever dated. Never. Never. Because I once had an old man tell me that don't understand women, just love them, right? So I've made up my mind never to understand a woman, but then try and love her. That is me. Never try to understand them. Because you will never understand. Because you are a man. That is them. We are different. They are different. But they complement the masculine spirit and energy so much that when the two are in cohesion, are thinking alike, what we achieve on this earth, nobody can ever. I always talk about so many things. So let's talk about Mason Greenwood. And we posted something on Reunited Live and it's getting so much heat. It is getting so much heat. Now, Mason Greenwood's story, everybody knows. There were videos that circulated And I keep telling people, as a fan of Discovery ID, I know videos are not always what it is portraying it to be. Now, let me give you an example. Now, if I want to catch you on video abusing me, I know what to do. I can set a camera somewhere. In an argument, I can just slap you and automatically you will respond, and I will run to where the video or the camera is, and I will play the victim. Now, when I take the video, I can edit the part where I was doing all my trash, and it will be left with you abusing me. Do you understand what I mean by that? Now, speaking about that, I'm not saying whatever happened between Mason Greenwood and his girlfriend, the two are still together. They are expecting a baby. They are getting ready to marry. So why is it that you, Laura Hill, there is a lady called Laura Hill, man. She goes into every comment section and throws shit. I'm like, what is your fuss? What is the fuss about it? You. If the two people involved in the incident have moved on and are in love right now, now they are expecting a family. You want the father of the child to lose his job just because two people, two teenagers, Mason Greenwood was 19 at that time. The lady was around 23. I keep telling people, if the mistakes we make at 19 is what we will be judged on for the rest of our lives, nobody will be working in any field. And I'm no different. We've made mistakes, but this is growth. The same people chastising Mason Greenwood probably have children who are 19 that are drug addicts, who haven't even made a thing for themselves in this thing called life. But then, just because, and it went to the court, they realized there is no evidence. The court has thrown the case away. And people are holding on to something as if, are you Mason Greenwood's girlfriend? They are still together. As a matter of fact, concentrate on your own lives. How to make your children better, your own children. Now you can show Mason Greenwood story to your child who is playing football that, hey, never try this thing to another woman. That is a lesson. Let the boy learn. He's been out of football for close to 2 years. And you see people still holding on to the past as if they are saints. You hypocrites. That is how the world has. Now, we do all these things to footballers, and then when we see people like Twitch committing suicide, the whole world, the same people, hypocrites, typing RIP, not knowing how they've mentally damaged the person. When you take your phone and you are typing anything bad to somebody who you don't know, remember you are putting a knife in the person's heart. That is what we need to be. We need to stay away from. Everybody has his or her own struggles. So that is my take on Mason Greenwood. If everybody deserves a second chance. And the thing is that he hasn't been charged with the crime he was accused of. So life needs to go on for Mason Greenwood. And anybody else who is stuck in the past. As a matter of fact, the boy may be richer than you. He's living his life. Where are your own dreams? You should be concentrating on your own dreams. Now, let me read a few comments. Red says, North Africans claim they are Arabs. Africa can never be united, Charlie. It's a great idea, though. You know, these are, as I said, some comments. The fact that they don't see it for themselves, they think it can never be done. But Africa's unity is upon us. It is already here. Do you know why I know it's here? Because of the meetings I go. Because of the people I speak to. Because of the princes in Morocco that I speak to. There's a prince in Morocco right now. Africa belongs to black people. So if you're in Africa and you don't want to be part of Africa, then you need to move. That is what it will happen. And it's easier. If you don't want to be called Africans, then move from our lands. It's easier as that. So I don't know where, okay. These are some of the comments, man. People think we are working, man. As Pan-Africanists, we are working so hard to unite Africa. And whilst maybe you are asleep, we are astral projecting, doing meetings on how to unite this continent. So I don't blame you, man. Maybe you might be getting your one corner, one lady, one somewhere. You see the thing, you see that thing. But then we are working every day and night. The dream never stops, right? So let me send love to every African. And I want every African, if you come on live, instead of typing negative, try and type positive for the first time. If you believe in the law of attraction, the things you think about the most, you attract it. So let us start thinking positive and attract power, abundance, and love into our lives. My fellow Africans, man. Okay, let me do a small transfer news and I will end the show, man. So, Adrian Rabiot, Rabiot, the French internationals, his contract is coming to an end, and it has been rumored that Manchester United are looking to bring in him as a free agent. Now we know if you look in the transfer market well, you can get good players for free, right? For example, Yuri Tillemans is free on it. Is on a free transfer this summer. Adrian Rabiot, and then Romeo Latvia from Southampton. And Rabiot, last season, right? Or earlier on this season, when Erik ten Hag was appointed, he wanted to bring him on, but then he was demanding a lot of money, blah, blah. But then if Erik ten Hag wants him again, then it means he has seen something in Rabiot that he likes, right? So I trust Erik ten Hag. And there are a few players we can be looking at in the Premier League. Alexis McAllister is certainly one person. Moises Caicedo, we could have signed in for less than 4 million. Now we need to fork out around 90 million quid for him. But then this is why we need to be proactive in the transfer market, right? Joao Palhinha of Fulham. I love him. Ndidi. Leicester is going down automatically. Wilfred Ndidi can be a player we can be looking at, right? James Ward-Prowse. Now, James Ward-Prowse and Donny van de Beek. If James Ward-Prowse replaces Donny van de Beek, it will be a good signing. Because I'm looking at set pieces. Perfect set pieces from him. Free kicks, they are like penalties to him. He's, I think, one goal shy of David Beckham's all-time free kick record in the Premier League. So, Ward-Prowse will make a lot of sense for Manchester United this summer. Because Southampton is gone. And he has been a captain. He knows how to lead. He's been playing for England. James Ward-Prowse will make a lot of sense this summer. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section below. Players that you think Manchester United should sign this summer. I would love to have Declan Rice. But if, I've been saying this, if Anthony is 100 million, why is Declan Rice not the same price? Because he's going to solve a lot of problems for us, man. Imagine Declan Rice, Casemiro, Bruno. Declan Rice as the number 8, combating. You know how he progresses with the ball. He's good at it. He would defend. Then Casemiro will be doing the sweeping duties, man. It is an exciting midfield to think about. Casemiro, Declan Rice, Bruno as the number 10. Or sometimes. Now, Manchester United. Should we go for... Now, I know Arsenal fans may slay me for this, but then I want Martin Odegaard as the number 10 at Manchester United, with Declan Rice, Casemiro behind him. At Manchester United. Now, if you are an Arsenal fan and you are probably insulting me, I understand your pain, because this is not the first time we've taken your captain from you and we've won the Premier League with your captain, man. But how did Arsenal bottle this league? Come on, let me know in the comment section. How did they bottle the league? Leading the Premier League for most parts. If Manchester United had led this Premier League, we would have won it. I swear. Because nobody has done it more than us. That is why I believe in myself. But then when you look at Arsenal, they've done it. I think this is the third time they've done that. Leading the Premier League on Christmas Eve and then losing the Premier League at the end of the season. It is only Arsenal that have done it. Even Leicester won the Premier League when they were on top at Christmas. Charlie, guys, it's been a pleasure having you on Transfer Business and News. Catch me on Friday, a black letter to the king of Asante Kingdom, Otumfuo Osei II. Come and listen to wisdom. Come and listen to your ordained crown prince of Ghana. I have so much message for the youth. I have so much things that we need to start doing in order to get to where we want to be. That is uniting our continent, Africa, and sharing the resources amongst our own selves. My name is Poku-Hitzfield. It's been a pleasure having you. Let me conclude with the music I started with. Oh My Linda, Reggie O'Kenneth J. Bard, and Kweku DMC. And I love this track a lot. I've been playing this track since yesterday. And you know I love Ghanaian music, so don't be surprised when you see me playing Ghanaian music all the time, man. We need to put systems that will make musicians rich in Africa. You don't need to learn maths to be successful in life. So if we realize you don't know math and you know music, we'll put you in a music school from birth. Those are the education system that we will be implementing across Africa, man, under Pan-Africanism. My name is Poku-Hitzfield, the ordained crown prince of Ghana. Thank you for tuning in today. Share this video, tap on the like. When you keep tapping, it will get to more Ghanaians, it will get to more Africans, and that is how come we will be united faster and quicker, right? So let me end the show with Oh My Linda.